Hey guys, welcome to JDJG Inc official. Anyway guys, today we're playing Space Quest 4. Alright, let's get into it. Okay then. I should run better now.
We rejoin our friend and semi-hero Roger Wilco as he rockets back toward his home planet Xenon, which he hasn't seen since Space Quest 2. Having successfully rescued those two ingrates from Andromeda, he decides a pit stop on Magmetheus is in order. During the descent to this cosmic canteen, he is unaware of the interest that has been generated regarding his fate.
We have confirmation of his position, Master.
Off to Magmetheus with you then. It is time for Wilco to meet the fate which I have crafted for him.
As our story begins, we find the aluminum mallard parked outside a seedy spaceport bar. We join Roger as he relates one of his greatly exaggerated tales of adventure. The aliens are only too happy to listen, as long as Roger is by.
See, there was this deadly root monster, a ferocious swamp creature, and a Labion terror beast to contend with. Then I had to outsmart another of Vohal's gorillas and steal the show.
Are you Roger Wilco?
Yeah.
Please come with me.
Hello, Roger Wilco. Surprised to see an old friend? You have no idea how special this moment is for me. This is no chance encounter, I can assure you. I have this one loose end to tie up before I begin my reign as the supreme being of all that exists. I do not like to lose. You are a blemish on what would otherwise be a perfect record of domination, terror, and invincibility. Besides, I'm still a bit miffed about that asteroid deal in Space Quest 2. Anyway, to relieve the pain of my humiliation and to prevent you from being a pain in my future, you must die. It's been nice seeing you one last time. Then, do the dirty deed.
You go left and split them up. Mr. Wilco, follow me and do exactly as I say. Let's move!
I love these graphics.
Hey, I want to know what the...
Listen, I can't explain it all to you now. They've got a beat on our coordinates. We've got to move fast. We gotta do this fast. Shield your eyes! Jump into the time rip! Do it now! You've got to! If I take the time to explain we're both parking lot pizza, you'll understand soon.
Alright, when I'm doing this, I'm going to have to get a piece of paper. Also, Roger Wilco, when you did that face earlier, kind of looks like somebody else with yellow hair. And also Volhall. Just, if you don't know what happened, just look at a Wicca page. Alright, let's the narrator talk.
Now where am I? You wonder aloud to non-existent auditory organs. This place sure looks homey. Hey, wait, this looks just like Xenon. It is Xenon. It's really a pile. Along with the changes induced by an armed conflict, the city looks different, more modern, with a heavy dash of post-disaster seasoning. Casually glancing at the status line, you happen to notice that you're in Space Quest 12.
Is awesome.
What's happened? Who was that guy with the overdeveloped hairdryer? Why did you let yourself be talked into jumping into some strange shimmering hole? Why are you talking to yourself? These incredibly intriguing questions will quickly be forgotten with barely an electron stirred in that well-armored orb atop your shoulders.
So, our first save today is... Welcome, fans. Welcome to Space Quest 12. So first things first, we're gonna have to grab this rope.
You take the small, frayed, useless-looking length of rope.
Also, there's a lot of funny dialogue on the sides. Did I used to play this when it first came out?
Wild berry.
No.
There's a sweet, fruity odor coming from the building.
So there's all these options. This is the CD release, as you can see in the name of the window, most likely.
The building is closed up with welded metal panels.
So we're gonna have to wait here for a while to see something awesome. And the fact is...
Timing... Timing is a...
I wanna look at him.
That was without a doubt. The stress placed on the rope during the bunny snatching was too much. You cast the useless fibers aside.
It said that was the best bunny snatching he's ever seen. Got the battery.
You extract the portable power pellet from the back of the bunny's polyplastoid torso. A darn cute bunny. A battery.
You can actually reinsert
You clumsily insert the battery into the furry bunny's hollow trunk. You extract the... It would serve. The grate is anchored securely by bolts with corroded heads. What looks like fluid is actually a mixture of toxic atmospheric solids. The clearing ends here. Progress south is impossible over the jagged terrain. There is no reply. You'd better not. Something might answer. You talk to yourself, but you don't hear you. There's a... It smells great. The street stinks. Somebody must have been driving on it. The street stinks. Somebody... The faint aroma of burnt hemp teases playfully around your nostrils.
Wild berry.
Alright, you guys...
It tastes about like you'd expect it to taste, given how it smells. It tastes great. It tastes just as good as it smells. You swish the rubble around in your mouth a bit, but the flavor is too subtle to identify. It tastes like all the other sidewalks you've ever tasted.
Alright.
What looks like fluid is...
So we're gonna have to wait here for a little while. Oh yeah, obviously. Let's just talk normally. So honestly, this game is really fun, and I wish people would play it nowadays. Because I want a Space Quest 7, and I don't think Activision which now owns Serera Entertainment. It was called Serera Online when it came out. So
This is the only form of actual life that you've seen here. Its clothes are tattered, and a grotesque metal contraption is clamped to its head, which serves to hold the eyelids permanently open. You talk to your...
Okay, so once you see him again, we're gonna touch him with the hand, with the talking icon. Unless, of course, the robot comes, because we're staying hidden. If we stay in one spot for a little while, or we stay here for a bit, the robot will come. It honestly is kind of annoying because, well...
There is no... Being downwind of the cyborg, you are very aware that it smells like a slice of luncheon meat that's been walking around in the sun too long. It takes... Not with your tongue. Not with your tongue.
So now we look at him. If you guys want to see the death, there's literally a playlist of deaths in this game, okay? I'm only going to show Easter eggs and stuff that you wouldn't normally see in the deaths. Just, yeah. There's Ego.
Droid or death. You can't do that. There is no... You talk... It's probably the most nauseating thing to smell. It tastes like nothing you'd ever want to put your tongue...
And there you go.
We're glad...
That's why I don't make the robot mad. So in order to get the full points of the game, you have to wait for the robot to come, which is kind of annoying. So we're gonna call it Droid Death. Okay, let's go check the comments while I'm waiting for this to load. And literally no one's commenting right now. Come on, guys. I played this for you. Well, I already died and showed you the Droid of Death, at least. You pinged me in Discord. Luckily I don't get the notifications anymore. This is what happens when you die from the cyborg. Pretty much the same anyway. Okay. If you guys are watching, please watch it off of YouTube and please actually comment, okay? Is it lagging right now? Oh yeah, it probably is.
This is... Don't mess with it. The building is closed. You'd better not. Something might answer.
Stream better not have problems right now. Well, it says green, so we shouldn't have any issues. I also closed one of my applications, so it shouldn't be doing anything bad. Maybe I should close... I don't really need paint. Actually, no, I definitely don't need that. So we gotta wait for the robot of death to appear. Okay, we're... What? Wait, what? What happened? Oh, thank goodness my computer didn't crash. I'm sorry about that. It's now has an issue. What is wrong with you, computer? What is wrong with it? Like, what? Oh my goodness. Well, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to reopen it. Let me reopen it. Alright. Alright, okay. For goodness sake, guy, also please join my Discord. Okay? I want more people. Anyway, let me reload it. I did not purposely do that. I'm gonna get back into the game. This is really annoying. I'm trying to speed run it. I'll do as fast as possible. There you go. Alright.
There's a...
It's not right with my mouse. There's a lot of stuff that you can actually do in here. I know it's very annoying, but it's something. Roger will go hide. I don't know how long it takes for the droid or death to come, but it just takes a little while. I think you can also wait for like a couple of minutes as well later on. Hello, Mr. Buddy. Okay, so I think there's a certain amount of time that you have to wait for. These graphics are okay nowadays as well. This is a pretty fun game overall. Fact is, you guys didn't see anything so far, so you might find it boring, but it gets better later. I can promise you that. And those who are watching the already recorded version from the live stream, you guys just skip the time. Although I recommend you watch this, because I'll tell you some things that you wouldn't know either way. First things for... There you go. So they're just gonna wait for this thing to go away?
Nah, you'd rather not. It smells like something that wasn't designed for noses. You'd better not. You can't do that. Droid or death.
So we're gonna have to deal with this guy randomly popping up now. Which is completely fine, we can handle it. At least I can. I've played this many times before. I think at least 10 times. Oh, come on! No! We're not dealing with you today. So yeah, when he's turning around and finishing his animation, you're just basically immune. Why did I just hear him? Oh, come on. Let me walk through! It's really annoying.
Okay, you now have the unstable ord.
If you bring it into the grate, you'll die.
A piece of unstable ordnance.
Alright. Oh no, I'm walking away. Nope, not dealing with you today. Just honestly, just watch a playlist of deaths, okay?
A very wise choice. Carefully placing the unstable ordnance back inside the tank, you decide some things are better left alone.
And we're gonna hide from the robot of death, yeah. Something that we're doing. Robot of... is a jerk. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is actually a lot harder after you wait for a little while. You don't need to do that. No! No! Oh, come on, you. Move! Move, 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 move! Don't look at here!
After taking a quick look around to reassure yourself that the place is as dead as it looks, you snitch the Pocket Pal laptop.
Although you just look at the Game Grumps version. This is around the corner.
This sealed, battered building is the last one standing in the southwestern area. The place is a mess. Dangerous terrain prevents travel to the south. A quick inspection reveals nothing of interest other than a glove box. A quick inspection, more high-speed travel service lies useless. A sidewalk anyone would be proud to own.
Also on live streams, that's
You
why
talk to
it's
yourself.
actually working
It
as well.
smells like something that wasn't designed for noses.
Ugh. Yeah, that was a bitter section. I don't think I want to lick the road around here anymore.
There's nothing like fresh air and sunshine to make a sidewalk taste great.
Why would you lick a sidewalk?
The interior of the air car sports many broken gauges and instruments, as well as a glove box. You'd better not. It doesn't smell great, but it smells better than you. Nah, you'd rather not.
No! Why do you have to keep on showing up? You are very annoying. I can say that to you. Talking to the evil droid of death.
The large structure in the background captures your curiosity. You are at the northern boundary of a clearing in the midst of a battle-scarred city. An ominous-looking building is the only thing in sight which might contain life. You don't need to look at that. It's very pleasant looking. You don't need to look at that. It's very pleasant looking. It's very pleasant. In the distance, the skeletal remains of once proud structures jut weakly into the chemical-laden atmosphere. You are at the northern boundary of a clearing in the midst of a battle-scarred city. An ominous-looking building is the only thing in sight which might contain life. The clearing ends here. Jagged chunks of debris clog the north. In the distance, the skeletal remains of once... In the distance, the clearing ends. The rubble is rough and jagged. No sense in risking injury this early in the adventure. We'll get to that later. There is no reply. You talk to yourself. You talk to you. It smells like trouble. What's going on in there? The ruined buildings smell of death and destruction. It smells like the remains of a flourishing civilization blasted to smithereens by an evil entity of immense power. You don't need to look at that. You are at the north. The large structure in the back. The large... It doesn't taste half bad, considering what it smells like. Nobody can reach that building from here with their tongue unless they're in a Leisure Suit Larry game. If your tongue were that long, well, you can guess the rest. In the distance, You can't... You talk to yourself. The ruined buildings smell of death and destruction. It smells like... If your tongue were that... It's you! Roger Wilco, Space Guy! Hey, keep your hands off yourself. This is a family game. You talk to yourself, but are stumped for a reply. You talk to yourself. Ah, the aroma of several adventure games emanates from your person. I'll bet you wish you could.
If you guys want to see what everything says, just... I mean, it's classified as abandonware now, so you don't really have to do much to get it. Although I recommend getting the official release. Better not blow up. Oh, thank goodness I didn't pick it. Okay.
You notice the shadow cast on the wall by the inaccessible grate above. You've reached the sewer maintenance office. Apparently this office has been long abandoned. Your janitorial instincts urge you to sweep up and do a little dusting, but you suppress those urges and concentrate on the task at hand.
Okay.
It's an empty jar with a lid, neither of which does anything entertaining. You take the jar into custody. It's very pleasant looking.
You don't?
The strange little pedestal has wires running between it and the wall. It's just an average old-fashioned desk plotter.
Alright, you should listen to this.
Ah, a button. Perhaps I'll give it a press.
There you go.
Data
Sounds
entry
like
22795. This message is to whomever may be so fortunate as to find it. I am Professor Lloyd, lead designer of the Xenon supercomputer project, the ultimate in artificial intelligence. The computer was designed to enhance our lives, but instead ended up being the ruin of us all. We made the mistake of tying it into the most important facets of our existence here on Xenon, including our weather control and defense systems. It seemed like a sound idea at the time, and all proceeded well for about 3 years. It was around then that a deep space salvage operation recovered what appeared to be some sort of antiquated data storage unit contained in a flimsy cardboard box on which the words Leisure Suit Larry were imprinted. On its back was the picture of a not particularly wholesome gentleman, but that's another story. My counterparts exhibited shameful behavior as they tore open the box to get at its contents. I could not understand the commotion it generated. The data was uploaded into the supercomputer for analysis. As a result, a crippling virus spread through the machine like a bad social disease. All control of the computer was lost. All screens went blank. Then these words were displayed by the monitors and uttered by the vocal outputs. Wilco must pay. From that day forth, the possessed computer waged war on the inhabitants of Xenon, using our own weapons against us. Some managed to escape to other planets. Those of us who remained stayed to fight the machines and robots under its control. It was a bloody war. Those of us that were not killed were taken captive and modified. These cyborgs infiltrated the loyal ranks of resistance, rooting out almost all of our hiding places and exposing us to the mechanical menace. Some of these poor souls still wander the streets. As of this recording, we are down to only a handful of rebels. My health is deteriorating rapidly. To make matters worse, I've just learned that the computer has unraveled the mysteries of time travel. I've sent my 2 best men to attempt to steal this new technology. If you are not a machine, then perhaps they were successful. Please realize, you are Xenon's last hope.
Yes, so I can't mess it up. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Just gotta get some paper and go to the bathroom. I hate bad endings.
Bro.
Alright then.
How are you doing?
Good? Welcome to the stream, alright. No cursing, okay?
The strange little pedestal has wires running between it and the wall.
So today I'm playing Space Quest 4.
It's just an average old-fashioned desk plotter.
So what game is this? I never heard.
Nothing happens.
It's Space Quest 4. It's an old 1991 game. Basically an old click and point adventure game.
The door has shut, and there's no way back. What are you going to do now?
Yep, alright.
There's a small vent set into the side of the sewer tunnel. Unfortunately, it looks way too narrow for a space janitor, even a skinny one, to squeeze inside. You can't quite reach the vent. You'd better not. Your nose isn't long enough to reach the vent. Your tongue won't reach up there. You can't use that here.
Oh wait, no, I can't do that. No.
Okay. You scoop up the...
Alright. Just got the slime. That's good.
You have a jar of green acid.
Are you watching the stream live right now? I'm gonna write the time codes. Alright, I gotta leave from the sewer. The first time of sequel police. You can actually go here multiple times. Just gotta make sure I don't get shot by them. Now I gotta enter this before I die.
This seems to be a relatively spacious landing gear.
Okay. Now we got into the, I have to move.
This is the...
I should not go left. Or leave the time pod.
I've just completed a scan of the Labion sector of Space Quest 2. No sign of presence at this time.
I gotta write this down. I am doing it the old-fashioned way. to... some block, then a face. All right, time to look around in here.
Okay, man, I'm gonna go. I'm
It's
gonna
some
talk
sort
to
of
you
monitor,
later. Bye.
Probably used to monitor something or other.
Okay then.
It's some sort of monitor, probably used to monitor something or other. It's a large compartment that's probably full of instruction manuals, code books, time maps, and the like. Too bad it's also locked. You're sitting inside a time machine, remember? You look out at the city you were born in decades ago. You're sure glad you weren't there when this devastation happened. You might have gotten hurt. On the bright side, you won't have to pay those delinquent traffic tickets. You're sitting inside a time machine, remember? You can't do that. The small access panel is inaccessible. You don't want to touch those. You might mutate your finger. The large compartment doesn't actually open.
There's a Space Quest 3 Easter egg, which we will look up right now. There's actually a lot of playthroughs of Space Quest 4, but no one has done it in 2019. Which is kind of annoying. Should be connecting though. Okay, yep, it's showing up. Smiley face. Oops.
The powerful quad quark drives Rev to life. Time and space bend under the fibrillations of the time-rip transfluxers. Your adrenaline and stomach reel with the hyperbolic hyperbole. And finally, nothing much happens. That must not have been a valid code. Try again.
I think I can actually change the settings that will only record the audio. Will sound music if I really wanted to. Yeah, I think that's it.
The powerful quad quark, and finally.
And we're gonna do this is Space Quest 3.
This view provides a flashback to a recent adventure. It looks real hot out there. Hot enough for thermo-weave underwear.
Let's go see what it is outside.
This is Roger. This is Roger on Ortega. Any questions?
Okay, time to put an Easter egg. I can barely understand what they say. This is the first one, smiley face, the C shape, and then T, and then the question mark, and the smiley face again.
The powerful time and find nothing much.
What? Alright, let's try this again. So this little shape, smiley face, C, T, and then question mark.
Keep your hands to yourself. The time and find nothing.
Just keep on messing it up. Hold on. C, then T, then the question mark. I think it's that one.
It was the I Love Lunacy show. You must have briefly tuned into the electronic entrails of some long-lost civilization.
Alright then. Is there anybody in my Discord chat? No, there is not.
You can't.
Why is there a okay. So it just showed a mouse for 1 second. But let's check to see I've typed in the right thing. I better have not messed it up. Just don't want to make sure that I don't.
The time and
Okay, we're good. And they're gone now. Alright, time to type in a random code.
the time and
Three, 4, and then 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 are okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Alright then. Let's go look at this background. Let me look at the thing.
peering through the port, you see an unusual land. Its wind-carved pinnacles and buttes bring back memories of the planet Corona, where this whole adventure mess started. Your high-tech, but ugly pod stands ready to ride the wild plains of time. You've seen a lot of plateaus and sloping hills before, but this one's a butte. The entire horizon undulates in enticing peaks, curves, and crevices for which Estros is famous. There is no reply. The smells of stressed carbon fiber, cooling engines, and ozone fill the air. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. It's probably the most nauseating thing to smell in the whole family of smell. That's not a very clean habit. It would...
If I stand here for a little while, and then I should be good. I spelled that incorrectly. Okay, there we go.
It's you! You've seen a lot of plateaus and sloping hills before, but... Nothing...
Hello!
You can't use that here. The smells of... You can't use that here. Tasting the cooling time pod would not be a good idea.
No, it wouldn't be.
Nothing happened.
Oh yeah, we forgot.
You extract... You plug the mobile...
I better get full points for this. Oh yeah, the time codes are always different, by the way. Just kind of annoying sometimes. So if we wait here for a little while, Space Quest sequel police will show up.
It's you!
Let's go check the chat again. My stream is a bit laggy, but it should be fine. Wonder why it's so laggy. Wonder what I can do to get it to be less laggy. This should make it easier. I promise it will not be as laggy when you play it.
Whoa! What was that?
As you look around at the towering rocks, immense formations carved over millions of years, you can't help but be overwhelmed by a sense of your own insignificance. You can't use that here.
Hello!
You can't use that here. You can't use...
Okay, let's see. Oh, there you go.
Oh no.
Let's split up. I'll check out Wilco's time pod. Our sensors picked up some movement near there. Yeah, Wilco's around here somewhere. I'll search the vicinity.
Oh no.
This is Delphoi. You there, Buford? I found Wilco. Repeat, I found Wilco.
Whoa!
Whoa!
It's you, Roger Wilco, Space Guy.
Oh, come on. Whoever is watching right now, thank you. I don't know why the sequel police are showing up.
Meanwhile, on another part of the planet.
There you go.
Oh no, the sequel police.
There you go. Alright, gotta get back to the games, that way I can...
Let's split up. I'll check out Wilco's time pod. Our sensors picked up some movement near there. Yeah.
Come on, game.
This is Delport.
Move, 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 move.
Wow, what an incredible view. Wow, what an Don't mess with it. Keep your hands to yourself. There is no reply. It smells just as good as it looks. It smells like... It tastes like nothing you'd ever want to put your tongue on again. Nah, you'd rather... That's not a very clean habit. It's very pleasant looking. You see a huge nest in the distance below you. Don't... You talk to yourself. It's probably the most nauseous... It needs... Hey, those Talon things hurt. You didn't much care for the landing either. The huge nest is constructed of sticks and assorted being parts gathered from this bleak planet. It is then cemented in place by a generous helping of pterodactyl saliva. The huge nest is constructed... My. Rather than the sequel policeman penetrating the inner sanctum of the nest, the reverse obviously occurred. You frisk the skewered sequel policeman and turn up a paper-wrapped wad of used chewing gum.
Help! A giant branch has penetrated my vital organs and I can't get up.
Seriously? Do you actually think this guy has time to talk to you? He's too busy being dead.
Help!
Siri. Right now, the sequel policeman has no distinct smell. But give him a few days and he'll be quite aromatic. Not to mention plumped up like a ballpark Frank.
Oh no.
Take it from someone who knows sick. Licking corpses is going way beyond simple dementia. Get a grip, pal. What do you want? A bone marrow sample? You've already cleaned the guy's pockets. This lumpy pick... These symbols look vaguely familiar. Now, where have you seen them? What do you want?
There's an Easter egg of King Graham as well, so we're just gonna have to wait for that. Which is very annoying. Roger Rocco is obviously sliding. Trying to look it up. It might just not work in this version. I think it might just be in the floppy disk version. Let's go look it up on Google. This is annoying me. If you want to play it yourself and get it, then go ahead, but, or look it up online.
You've got a lot of nerve coming back here, Roger Wilco. After leaving me the way you did, you male scum. This is the last woman you'll ever dump on. Right, girls?
Right.
Said you couldn't be tied down.
I said that?
You said you had to be free to roam the galaxy.
Was that me?
You'll be sorrier than you look. We'll see to that.
Yeah.
Into the sub, fly boy.
She looks like she might be familiar to you someday. However, the gun in her hand looks like it could limit the chance of any lasting relationship in the future. Or the past. This one looks committed to finding out just how good you'd look on a spit. Her spear gun is pointed in a direction that eliminates any need for second thought. Hey, would you like your chest cavity to host her spear? Hey, are you trying to find out how you'd look with convenient handles protruding from each side of your less-than-studly self? Do it, and die. She looks completely uninterested in conversing with the likes of you. The time for talk on your part appears to have passed. Speak now, and forever hold your pieces. The time for talk on your... The time for talk. You can bet she smells better than you. Better just speculate on this one, or you'll be snorting spear. This would be an excellent time to keep your nostrils to yourself. This would be an... Yeah, right. Best to keep your taste buds packed away right now, buckwheat. Gee, maybe you should walk right on up to her and give it a try. Not...
Just go on there. There you go. Now we're good. Yeah, I wonder what this
Say,
is.
there's an odd-looking specimen. You...
Yeah, you can just watch the playthrough of another
What
one.
have I stepped into this time?
This is Zandra. We are approaching checkpoint 6. Prepare to open the tunnel door.
What have I stepped into this time? You think to yourself...
Activate the door.
This is a very weird sound.
You wonder if she has a boyfriend. You'd better not. Talking isn't getting you... Use it and lose it, buddy. You wonder if she has a boyfriend.
Alright.
Sit down.
Luckily I'm not that.
Comfy, Mr. Wilco?
Hey, what are you doing? Let me go, witch.
Shut up. Your whimpering sickens me. I'll teach you not to run out on me. Thorine is quite knowledgeable in the ways of torture. I'll let the two of you get acquainted. Thorine, do your stuff.
With pleasure, Zandra.
Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. This is Epirip 357, the most powerful hand hair remover in the universe, and it's capable of shaving your legs clean off. I've always wanted to see a man shave with one of these, but I guess you'll do. Now you'll know the meaning of the word pain. Ah! It's a sea slug! Run, girls!
That thing is ugly.
It's a slimy slug top. Desperately you try to push the button. Desperately.
Also, I'm using an FT32 sound fonts. That's why it sounds a lot better than
Our hero! Wasn't he great, girls? Well, Raj, I guess we can call it even. Thank you for ridding our fortress of that slimy, awful sea slug. I know I can't blame you for backing out at the last minute. I guess I was a little overbearing. Sorry. Can we still be good friends?
Well, now, wait a minute. Let's talk about this.
No, Roger. You were right. You don't need to spare my feelings. It just wasn't meant to be. It's better this way. Well, girls, I feel like celebrating. Let's go shopping!
Shit number 59. Weird arbitrary numbers to cliches, but that is a cliche.
Meanwhile, back in Space Quest 12.
Oh no. And Vohal will be here later. Hey look, the title changed.
Well, what have we here?
This is the rebel scum we captured in the Space Quest 4 time sector. He had just aided Wilco in escaping. The readout on his time gun indicates that Wilco was successfully transported into this time sector as you feared.
That is no longer a concern. Wilco will surrender to us once he has learned we have captured his son. Then he will be destroyed once and for all.
It's an Autobuck. You pick up the ATM card.
Alright, no, I want to go back.
What's going on in there?
The two geeks from Andromeda are in there signing copies of their latest release.
What's going on?
I just told you! The two geeks from Andromeda are in there signing copies of their latest release.
What's going on?
Beat it, jerk!
There is no reply. There is... For some reason, there... Don't mess with it. You can't... You talk to yourself. You never noticed how much adventure game players tend to smell like potato chips, beer, and money. With the way this crowd smells, you'd want to lick them.
Awesome music right there.
Pardon me, sir. You appear to be in dire need of my services.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I lost my boots and the legs of my pants in a deadly fight with a giant sea slug, which I won in the nick of time with my clever thinking and my, cleverness.
I see. Well, all right. Let me get your measurements. We've got just the thing. I assume you will be one. These will do for you. Try them on in the dressing room here if you wish.
You change your clothes, not forgetting the items in your pocket. You never know when you'll need them. You step out looking...
That will be a 20 buckasoids, please.
Alright.
Thank you so much for shopping with us, sir. Do come back soon.
The change machine looks like a time machine more than a time machine looks like a time machine. For a change.
Easter egg.
You're quite startled to hear the wastebasket respond.
Max, is that you? Agent 99? I always get these lousy disguises. Will you put a word in with the chief for me? I wouldn't mind, but these kids, all they eat is ice cream and candy bars. You know how many Big Chewies I've eaten in the last hour? Not to mention the wad of Big Bang bubblegum I got stuck to my shoe phone. Gee.
You'd better not. Talking to a kid in the middle of an arcade game is almost as interesting as talking to the wall. Give it a...
Alright.